Welcome aboard our home and trawler, Sea Venture. Join us in the crew as we travel, explore, and experience all the world has to offer. We hope your time with us entertains, inspires you to live the life of your dreams. If we can do it, you can do it. So let's cast off the lines and head out for our next adventure.
We have amazing flat water today. A couple of days ago we were in this area and getting tossed around quite a bit, but this is lovely.
Today's fishing day. Blake's helping me watch the pulls. Pull 1, pull 2. Fishing and seeing if we can get another salmon. Why, it looks like a humpback whale. A mom and her baby swimming by in the background. There she dives.
These guys.
The course we followed as we left Deep Bay, the yellow pin, onto Emmons Cove, Appleton Cove, Warm Springs, ending in Cannery Cove, Pybus Bay, Frederick Sound. We woke up at the anchorage behind Emmons Island to wind and rain. We headed off eastbound toward Appleton Cove in a nice chop.
We're passing this guy in Peril Strait and it looks like he just stopped. He was traveling in front of us and now it kind of looks like they're getting ready to launch the tender and it's about 6:30, 6:40. Maybe they have an opening coming up. We're leaving Appleton Cove, and Blake loves the water, and Barkley was just looking for bugs. I said it really is quite beautiful here. These bears have a great neighborhood.
On our return to Warm Springs, we headed toward the dock, which was full. Then we went to a small anchorage toward the mouth, much deeper than indicated on the chart and not good for anchoring. Then we went to a larger bay on the south side and ended up anchoring in the dark, right in the middle. We awoke the next morning to find bears everywhere all day long. Suffice it to say, we did not go to shore at this anchorage. But we did launch the tender and go up close to the beach, as close as we could reasonably get at least, without disturbing the bears. We've left this incredible anchorage at Warm Springs, kind of a deep, unnamed anchorage that went back into the mountains a little bit. Enjoyed grizzlies on the beach almost non-stop for the 2 nights we spent there. Now headed back out into Chatham Strait that kind of beat us up going northbound earlier, a few weeks ago before we went out to Sitka. Now we're going to head southbound, and this morning we have got this beautiful calm water.
And I am going to show everybody what our fabulous view is. There's a little bit of kelp. And there's flat water, and there is nothing that we can see. About a half mile that way is a buoy or a marker, channel marker.
While cruising, we decided to go fishing around the southern tip of Admiralty Island, a decision that turned out to be a good one. That's a nice over. Yeah.
Cruising east in Frederick Sound. Beautiful, flat, calm water.
If you are a subscriber, thank you. If not, please consider subscribing. It's what encourages us to keep making these videos. Click the notification bell to be alerted when we post a video. And if you like the video, feel free to click that like button as well. Thank you.
Frederick Sound on the way to Pybus.
Just finished about an hour-long nap while Rosie was on watch, so now it's my turn. Cruising up Frederick Sound. Kittens are enjoying a nap here as we're cruising. This completely calm, glassy water. About another hour to go toward our anchorage. 6 really nice salmon, probably average about 10 pounds each in the cooler to clean when we get to anchored. We might fish a little more along the way, we'll see. And you just look off in the distance in any direction in this calm water. And they're off at a distance, so hard to catch on camera. But there are humpback whales all around the boat, spouting and swimming and feeding. What you see none of is any other boats. Frederick Sound here, we're quite a ways across, 15 miles, 20 miles across, maybe further. And not another boat in sight. This beautiful calm day. Maybe now because it's September and the summer cruisers are all gone. There wasn't many people up here this summer anyway, but maybe even less now.
We're among the islets in Pybus Bay. Working our way over towards Cannery Cove. The kittens are excited the boat stopped and they can explore, and they have already. But now we're going to see what Jim's up to, because he is taking care of fish. But Jim, I want to see in the cooler when you're done doing that cut.
Okay.
There we go. Woo! Nice day's catch.
Here in Cannery Cove, went and checked the crab pots this morning. Can you believe it? Full of big, huge male crabs. I suppose this tells us what we'll be working on today.
Here are some pink salmons that we caught earlier in the season and we froze. I just pulled them out yesterday. I think there's one silver back there, this piece here. And this is a chum that we caught yesterday, and we thought we'd go ahead and smoke it as well. So these I'm getting ready to smoke. This I'm going to do kind of a sweeter brine, and this one I'm going to do a savory, more savory brine. So we'll see how it turns out. Here's the beautiful bowl of Cannery Cove. We're checking out the creek at the head of the bay during high tide.
The two cats enjoying the upper deck, finally. It's not raining, it's not even that cold. I think we need to find one more cushion for Barkley.
We're cracking crab.
With Barkley's help. Here in Cannery Cove, we have caught plenty of crab, so we're having crab cakes for dinner. They're getting ready to get cooked. It's it's the first week of September, so it's 7:50 at night. The sun is set and it's going to be dark soon. Definitely not June in Alaska anymore. Here is the view out the bow, just sitting at the anchorage here, where the sun set here a few minutes ago. One other boat in the anchorage came and joined us just a little bit ago. I don't know about you. Maybe I'm easily entertained. I can just sit here and look out the window all day and feel blessed to have the opportunity to see it and be here. And glad that we can share a little bit with you.
We've woken up to a beautiful morning in Cannery Cove. It's about 45 degrees and everything is very, very wet. But the view is epic. The sun is out. You can see the moon right above the ridge on this beautiful little canyon here, or this bowl in the cove. It's just, the colors just pop. That's pretty amazing.
Crossing Frederick Sound on this dead calm day, having left Cannery Cove with a lot of crab to shell. Now we're just idling because of humpback whale surface right in front of the boat. And of course they're very elusive. So now that we've slowed, and Rosie's up front with the good video camera, and I'm here with a GoPro. No way. Don't see him at all.
We are in calm water crossing Frederick Sound, and we have Jim working away in the galley for a change of pace. We have a couple of cats hanging out, and we have an incredibly gorgeous view out the front window. We're approaching Five Fingers Island Lighthouse right up ahead to our left. It's a very calm evening. We're at the Whitney Island anchorage. This is Whitney Island right in front of us, and on the other side of this island right here is Frederick Sound. Yes, I know what's there. Frederick Sound, and that's where we were fishing at Five Fingers today. You can see the sun setting. Well, you can't see the sun, but you can see the beautiful sunset over there. Gosh, what a gorgeous, gorgeous place to be. Today was a busy, busy day. We got a lot of different things done, and we're both pretty pooped, but wow, you can't beat this. This is awesome. It's been a long day. Jim's finishing up at the sink. We made some bread. Here's the fish that got smoked. And we have 4 bags of halibut and 2 huge bowls of crab meat in the fridge that need to be processed tomorrow.
But not tonight.
We're a little puckered, so...
There's only one thing left for tonight. Cold bottle of Chardonnay. We've been saving it for some boating guests that might come by, but since everyone's like self-isolating and COVID-19 and we're by ourselves in every anchorage, we're drinking it. That's the plan.
I was just glad that the fish, the last thing, is out, and it's only 7:30.
7:30. Got up at 6 this morning and started.
We're done.
Oh yeah. Living in paradise, just doing nothing all day, right? It turns out that when you fish, you know, we caught 3 halibut today.
Okay.
It takes, all right. We caught 3 halibut today. It took an hour and a half to catch the 3 halibut. Probably another 2 hours to work on cleaning and dealing with them.
But they're not done.
They're not done yet.
They're just in big Ziploc bags.
Yeah.
They need to be cut up into portion sizes and vacuum
Sealed and mealed and then frozen.
Yep.
We got a bunch of crab. They take a long time to process.
Like all day long.
Yeah. The smoked salmon, you know, is our
All
new
day
smoker. While we were cruising, we had the smoker going on the upper deck. So, but it's all, I think when you crab and you fish, salmon fish and halibut fish, it's exhausting. And then I'm supposed to be finding time to edit YouTube videos, and there's been no time to do that in the last week. So I think we're going to try to be done fishing. As much as I like fishing, it's really hard for me to do that, but we're going to try.
We're going to take a break from fishing and crabbing both. And,
like, relax for a day
try
or
to,
two.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
Sit and do nothing. We'll see. We're not good at that.
Sit and do
either, so
nothing.
That won't happen.
Not in Rosie's DNA. A little bit more in mine, definitely not in Rosie's.
All right. And that's it for tonight. We're going to chill.
Good night. Well, welcome to another weekly Q&A, where we'll answer your questions that you've asked either in the comments or by emailing us at cruisingseaventure@gmail.com. The first thing I want to talk about is from last week's video and crab cleaning. So, a lot of you gave me some good ideas of how I might clean crabs without tearing the backs off while they're alive. Now, I have to tell you that even our daughter, Michelle, told us that when she was watching the video, she was thinking, no, Dad, you're not going to do that on camera, are you? No. Oh, he is. You're going to get a lot of comments about that. Well, Michelle, you were right. We got a lot of comments about how we might clean crab differently. That's what's good about doing these videos, is that we get lots of ideas and thoughts and advice from you guys as well, which we really appreciate and welcome. It seemed like a lot of you had good ideas about cleaning the crab in a different way. The most popular method was to strike or pierce them on the back right above the flap on the belly to put them out of their misery before cleaning. So we're going to test that the next time and report back to you. Tim said, you guys are inspiring me to be a minimalist, and questioned whether that was kind of our idea or plans. And I think that's a really interesting thought. It was not our goal when we moved aboard, but the reality is that you do become a minimalist by default when you live and cruise aboard a boat full time. I'd have to be embarrassed to admit how big our house was before we moved aboard. And we started off when we moved aboard with 3 storage units, but now we have none, and it's been several years. Everything we own is aboard Sea Venture, and it's really liberating not to have, care for, and clean and try to find so much stuff. It turns out that we need a lot less stuff than we think so. We did once have a viewer question the environmental footprint of cruising full-time aboard a trawler makes, which prompted me to do some research and analysis, which I answered in another Q&A. I'll leave a link below in the description to that specific portion of that video. If I did it right, the link will actually take you to the spot in the video where that Q&A was. So let's cross our fingers and hope we did that right. Larry asked, after watching all our refit videos and realizing that apparently there's nothing on the boat that we won't spend money on, what's our expected return on investment? Well, I've never thought of return on investment seriously as it comes to a boat. I think historically, every $10,000 we've spent on a boat year after year after year has made a boat worth about $3,000 more over and over again. It's not an investment. It's a lifestyle and a choice that we make. So for us, because it allows us to do exactly what we want to do in life, we're going to call it priceless. G. Garcia asked, after watching most of your videos on refits, electrical upgrades, and many other improvements on your boat, I was wondering if you have any plans to change your engines. Well, not yet. Our Ford Lehman 120 horsepower engines have just about 10,000 hours of running time on them now, and so far they're going strong. But someday one of them may give it up. They are not sleeved engines, which means they cannot be rebuilt in place. If one engine ever gives it up, we will go ahead and replace both engines with new engines. And boy, that will just make a really good Tech Talk video that we can make. But we'll, when the time comes, replace the engines with new engines and keep right on cruising. So I think that's going to wrap it up for this Q&A. You got a question? Leave it in the comments below or email us at cruisingseaventure@gmail.com. Otherwise, wishing you all no wind and flat seas, and stay tuned for a little kitty video, which we've been including in the last 15 seconds of every video. Bye.